Sneasel is a highly specialized Pokémon that is adapted to every environment it is found in, be it the frigid northern roots of Sinnoh or the warm grasslands surrounding Mount Silver. Sneasel often hunt in pairs, with one member distracting a target Pokémon while the other steals its eggs. Lone Sneasel are even known to ambush and kill small Pokémon like Delibird and Clefairy. It's fitting that a Pokémon like Sneasel would be one to evolve by unique means, level up while holding a Razor Claw at night. The timed evolution requirement is rather odd, and is believed to be related to radiation from the sun. During the day, the sun is more direct, while at night its light must reflect off of the moon. As for the impact of the item, the Razor Claw is composed of trace minerals and elements such as bismuth that are not normally found in a Sneasel's diet. The surge of energy caused by leveling up has been shown to have some effect on the Razor Claw, which causes a transfer of atoms between the item and the Pokémon and as a result triggers evolution. If a Sneasel holding a Razor Claw were to level up during the day, this atom transfer would still happen, but the higher levels of solar radiation would suppress evolution. It is believed that this is how both Sneasel and Weavile are able to learn Metal Claw by level up. If a Sneasel not holding any item levels up at night, it does not receive the trace elements required to evolve. Unfortunately, further testing on this subject is slow, as approaching a pair of Sneasel without a Skarmory partner or a suit of chainmail is quite risky indeed. Clamperl is a remarkable Pokémon in the sense that it possesses the ability to evolve into either a Huntail or a Gorebyss. Having multiple potential evolutions is a relatively rare trait, with most Pokémon possessing a single evolutionary pathway. For Clamperl to possess this ability, the cells in its body must already have the ability to divide into Huntail cells and Gorebyss cells. Whilst this is not complete totipotency, Clamperl's cells show remarkable versatility when compared with those of a Pokémon with a single evolutionary pathway. This means that Clamperl can react completely differently under specific situations, due its cells having stem cell-like properties. As a result of this, Clamperl is often the study of stem cell research in laboratories in order to combat many human diseases due to the aforementioned cell traits. The stimulus of a deep-sea tooth or deep-sea scale can lead to drastically different morphological changes. This is due to the fact that each item stimulates the production of different hormones, leading to cells producing very different proteins dependent on which item was used. This different protein production stimulates the evolution of Clamperl into either a Gorebyss or a Huntail. Porygon was the first modern Pokémon ever invented by man. It was originally developed to assist scientists in cyberspace, a dimension it could literally travel to. Not long after its creation, work began on modifying the computerized duckling, and results soon followed. Porygon 2 was shown around the world as the foremost artificial Pokémon, and commercial companies began mass-producing the necessary upgrade used by trainers to evolve their own Porygon. It is around this time of mass production, rumor has it, that work began on an even newer upgrade for Porygon 2. It was many years before any word reached the public ear, but later the Global Space Administration began having unnatural bugs plague most of their satellites. There would be no outward signs of disturbances such as meteorites, yet these satellites would lose much of their functionality overnight. The culprit turned out to be a rogue Pokémon unknown until then, Porygon Z. It was soon captured by a crack team of astronauts and brought back for study. It shared most of its hardware with Porygon 2, except the software that allowed Porygon 2 to adapt and learn had been almost totally rewritten. This new program caused Porygon Z to act incredibly erratically, and also vastly increased its offensive capabilities. Investigators were able to find where the Pokémon had originated from a group of hackers based in Sinnoh. They had tinkered with the tech found in the standard upgrade and used this new dubious disc to evolve a Porygon 2. Because of these hackers, upgrade has had numerous anti-tampering measures added to them. Rumor has it that copies of the original dubious disc exist, and many trainers will pay quite handsomely to have the offensive powerhouse Porygon Z on their teams. It was long believed that Magmar was the final stage of the Magby line, as it possessed decent base stats and a well-developed physique. But as Unova researchers discovered that even this lava duck could receive a boost from Eviolite, it was a definite proof that there were still untapped potential left within its genome. Many researchers tried anything to be the first to unlock its secret form, but to no avail. It was traded, befriended, exposed to every evolution stone imaginable, but no method created a response. So with most things, we had to find the answer within nature itself. The first Magmortar was found in an area adjacent to a supervolcano, which days before had ravaged the surrounding area. It was swiftly caught, studied, and then released back into the volcano along with a heat-resistant tracker. The tracker lasted for about an hour, as it only resisted degrees up to 3000 degrees F, but the research team managed to pinpoint its course and sent in several magma of their own in an attempt to lure this mysterious evolution back to the surface. When they returned, all of them had evolved into Magmortar, and thus it was quickly concluded that the immense thermal energy and properties of magma deep below the Earth's crust was the stimulus this fire dweller required. Granted, being within the vicinity of an active volcano was too much of a risk for amateur trainers who wanted their magma transformed, so a safer way to trigger their evolution was required. Some years later, the first magmarizers hit the market, which contained pulverized magma rocks and exothermic reagents, which together with the energy during Pokémon trades results in a burst of magma energy that triggers magma's process of evolution. At least according to the product pamphlet.